Tiny bit.
Hello and welcome to my new series that I'm trying out, which is cooking with a Dutch oven. There are so many different recipes that you can make with Dutch ovens, and there is a particular flavour that they bring to your food. Please let me know of what different recipes you would like me to try next. For today's recipe, it's my own chili recipe that I have created myself. I'm not very good at writing down recipes, so each time I cook my chili it is slightly different depending on what ingredients I have. Usually when I make a chili I like to include lots of different veggies into the base of the sauce, which adds a lot of depth of flavour, and you also get all your veggies that you need for the day. I quite often like to cook slowly on a hob. This allows all the vegetables and flavours to soften nicely together. I usually salt my food at the beginning, as it is healthier to let the salt cook off, and having the salt at the beginning brings out different flavours in all. I'm not very good at measuring out different spices, and I quite often just do this by eye. I quite often use a lot more spices than any recipe recommends. For this recipe I usually use cinnamon, coriander. Coriander is my absolute favourite. I accidentally emptied the entire bottle into this chili today. And then I also like to use paprika, a tiny bit of nutmeg and cumin, and then mix all the spices up together, and this smells so good and amazing. I quite often also like to add a bit of ginger into the base, which I've already done in this chili today. It's always worth browning off your meat first before you add it into a stew. This really does add just another level of flavour. Quite often as well, at this point, you can add in, if you like to use a beer in your chili, and you just put it into the pan after all the meat has been in there, and then that just brings out the last bit of meat left in the pan and adds it to your stew. I then add the meat with the veg, all of the spices in there all together, give it all a big mix around. For this chili today, I added just 1 tin of tomatoes, and then I added a lot of tomato paste and water into this chili today. For this chili, I added in some stock, and then I always love to add Marmite to everything that I do. I cook this chili for about an hour, but you can cook it for up to 4 hours if you want to. I always love a little bit of cheese and then sour cream, and I always like to have my chili with rice. It can also go really well with a jacket potato, and it's just so tasty.